Welcome to another episode of Review Advent Calendar, and today we are going to review Mamoru Miyano and Daisuke Hirakawa with Go All Out. I don't recall what this is about. This is a suggestion by Kay. So we are going to dive into these. I don't know if it is from Free, if it is from a different project. So we are going to dive into these because I don't know what we are talking about. So let's go. This is from Free. I recall this song. I remember this song. I listened to this CD a lot back then. You wouldn't even tell this is Daisuke Hirakawa because he's actually changing the tone to sound more youthful and less bassy, because he's really bassy on his vocals, and he's almost in the tenor range with Mamoru Miyano, or sounding like a tenor. I'm not going to say in tenor range because we haven't heard the song until now, but he's sounding almost in the same voice tone as Mamoru Miyano here. Damn, you can feel that this song is old. This is a mix of 80s Japanese pop with 50s rockabilly, which is, well, something. It's tricky. As a music genre, I don't feel that this is really that appealing to younger people in terms of the musicality that you have here, or at least the instrumental that you have here. But yeah, this was released a couple of years back, 2014, 11 years. I feel old as heck. The strings, the brass, it all sounds like an 80s pop song. But these two harmonize so well, really, so freaking well, yeah. The castanets playing on your right ear is a nice touch, but I believe not many people will even capture that detail. But yeah, it makes the song fun, bouncy, carefree as well, which is something that you would like for these, although they are talking about competition and going all out and being, fierce and everything else. Still, the sound is actually fairly playful, which you wouldn't expect from a title like this. Also, seeing the characters, you wouldn't expect anything like this, at least at the time that I listened to this song for the very first time, which has been, basically I listened to this in 2014 when it dropped. I listened to that CD for a while, but this was not my favorite song in that CD. The drums are super playful. I like that shuffle-like vibe that they have to them, which makes the song even more danceable, even funner. Is that a word? More fun, let's say.
ちの凄さは知っての通りだろういい度胸だ
The bass line is massive here. Dun 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 dun. It's simple, but it does the job really well. It makes a song not be as brassy and as washy as it is, because there's a tons of cymbals going on the drums, and there's also the brass going on, which is a ton of high frequencies. These actually add some depth to the performance and to the instrumental and makes it more pleasing to hear.
つい最近まで金槌だったとかありえないぜいやそうではありませんその件は理論が欠けていただけでへりくつかもう完璧です All about that 火花散る
Come picky this actually made me laugh.
夏が最高潮伝わるぜじりじり灼熱にせめぎ合い睨み合い全力で競いたい僕たちで真っ向勝負一歩も引かない青春上等だろう
I like when the guitar solos go this long, and we don't get that enough. If you guys know and you follow what I do here at the THTFHQ, you will understand where I'm coming from. If you are just finding these review just because you like Free, or just because you like Mamoru Miyano or Daisuke Hirakawa, I will explain really briefly. I think that when you bring guitars to a song and you have a guitar solo, if you keep the guitar solo to 5 seconds, is that a guitar solo or is that a guitar lick? Because you cannot call that a guitar solo if it is super simple and there's barely enough chords going on in there, and there's barely any emotion going on in there. It's just to bring an accent. I like to see the tension actually being unleashed by the guitars, and this is a good way to actually do so. Also, when I find guitars in a song, I'm always anticipating a guitar solo, even if it is pop music, because if you have them there, why not use them? Of course, some pop songs veer towards having a dance break, which is fair. But if you are basically leaning towards a lot the rock side of the song, which this song is actually doing since the start, because it's a sort of a traditional 80s Japanese pop song. Guitars were really a big thing in the 80s for pop music, and usually pop songs in that time would get a guitar solo. Sometimes a really long one. This one was a long one. It actually scratched my itch to have those guitar solos that are long, and usually, or nowadays, pop music doesn't embrace that a lot. They usually just breeze through the guitars and just leave them as a footnote, which I don't like at all. So it's good to see something a bit different. But this is me rambling because I like guitars and I like rock music. So whenever I find a guitar, I'm always anticipating a guitar solo, even if the song actually sounds like it will be full-on EDM. But then again, I digress. So let's continue.
話になるかならないか行きますよいぜかかってこい Go all out 思い切り熱くまれこの夏に燃え尽きろそれでこそギラギラ太陽に負けてない劣らない勢いで身を焦がす俺たち 春真っ盛りだねえなかなかやるじゃねえ兄さん次はさらに美しい僕をお見せしましょう
I was never a big fan of those acted parts within songs, which were really frequent between the 2010s and 2014 or 2015. Yeah, but seeing as this is part of the anime series and it makes sense to have that sort of explanation why they are teaming up for this song, it makes sense to have that part in which they are hanging out in some capacity. So this was Go All Out. This is a song performed by Mamoru Miyano and Daisuke Hirakawa, which we are talking about Rin and Rei, if I'm not wrong. Matsuoka Rin and something Rei. So I don't recall the names of the characters completely. It's been a while. I only watched 3 once, and it's been 11, 12 years, something like that. It's been a while. But yeah, I hadn't listened to this song in a while, almost a decade. So this was a blast from the past. I feel like we are basically having some blast of the past songs in this edition of Review Advent Calendar, which is kind of interesting. I was not expecting this at all, so thank you very much, and I'm going to double check your name so that I don't say it wrongly. So thank you very much, Kay, for suggesting this song. This is a fun one. If you are into old-timey pop music, especially Japanese pop from the 80s or early 90s, will be your thing. This is not a city pop song. This is a straightforward pop song. So yeah, it has that sort of simple vibe to itself, which, yeah, I feel it will work pretty well for people that like straight pop and are not waiting or wanting EDM music to pop up. So this will be something that you will enjoy a whole lot. If you like guitars and you like those guitar solos, this song has actually a really good solo in the bridge, so that's another thing for you to rejoice. Also, you have Mamoru Miyano and Daisuke Hirakawa performing a chorus that is quite impressive. I like how they harmonize together. But I was really thinking, especially throughout the full-on free era, let's say, because this was a really massive project at the time and it was almost like a movement and everything else. I always thought that Daisuke Hirakawa would have been performing much better if he was performing in his deeper voice than trying to mimic a voice that is not his, basically, when it comes to singing. But still, really awesome. I was not expecting this. These are two members of Style 5. And yeah, this has been a throwback for me. I still have Splash Free playing in my head at times, so you can see how much damage this project did to me at the time, to the point that I still remember that song to this day. And to the point that I still remember the names of the characters, even if I don't recall the surnames. But still, it's been a while, and I hope you guys enjoyed this song. This was a fairly simple one. I didn't have much to say because there's nothing too complex going on. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, you have a master playlist with all the videos in the Review Advent Calendar series since the start, which is to say you have over 100 songs to check. So if you guys are looking for music that features them, you will find them for sure. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. You can find that below. And leave a comment if you want to. And I'll see you guys in the next video.